We're wrapping up our study this week on what every nation needs. This week here in the United States of America, we have celebrated July 4th, the birth of this nation. But you know, these principles are not unique to the United States of America, and the problems that we have here in the United States of America are not unique. This is a great nation, but we've got some real problems. And the source of our problems really comes down to a spiritual issue. People have left God behind. People are not interested in that which is right and good and pure and holy in the sight of God. And we've noticed this week that the prophets, the preachers, they failed the people. They told the people lies. We noticed that in verse number 26 of Ezekiel 22, that the priest, the people who are responsible for making a distinction between the holy and the unholy, they failed the people. We noticed that the politicians, the princes in verse number 27, they failed the people. And up to this point, someone might be saying, yeah, that's the problem. We got bad preachers. And you know, the people who are supposed to be making a distinction between the unholy and the holy, they failed us. And oh, of course, our politicians have failed us, and the Supreme Court has failed us. But we noticed yesterday, in verse number 29, the people failed themselves. You see, the people were not living righteous and holy lives. But I want you to notice something else. There's a call that goes out in verse number 30. In verse number 30 of Ezekiel chapter 22, we hear this. So I sought a man among them who would make a wall and stand in the gap before me on behalf of the land, that I should not destroy it. Now here, listen to these sad words. But I found no one. God's saying, I'm looking for someone. And we're saying, boy, if we just had some good people. No, God says, I'm looking for someone. I'm looking for someone who will stand in the gap to protect this land. Will you be that person? Will you be that person that will stand in the gap and do what's right and stand for what's right and speak what's right and make a distinction between what's right and wrong, holy and unholy? As we close this out, I want to read from 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14, an Old Testament principle that has application for us today. God would say, if my people, Christians today, if my people who are called by my name, Christians, if they will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. Our land needs healing, but it's going to require individuals who will stand in the gap. Will you be that individual? Join us again next week.